Are you serious? Are you serious? Um, well, we are very serious. Okay. We're very, very serious. And the events that are taking place right now are incredible. There is, we have an incredible breaking news just now happening. And it looks like maybe they're not going to let me go live here. Hang on a second. Because I don't see it. Could this just be a delay on me? Here we go. Because I don't see. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, there has been a major development in the Middle East. A major terrorist who was involved in masterminding the Beirut bombing of the Marine barracks in 1983 that killed 300 Marines during the presidency of Ronald Reagan. Is a major development. Let me tell you all about it here in just a second. First, let me put a shout out right now for naturedrivenenergy.com. That's naturedrivenenergy.com. And you can call them at 254-718-9425. We had Chance Gibson on last night. It was extraordinary. He's a great guy. And of course, he has got this brand new solar generators. And with the storm coming, you might want to check this out, guys. Seriously, Nature's Generator Elite. He has the Nature Generator system, an incredible system. It's solar and wind, and you don't have to have any fuel at all to run it. It's just an incredible product. That Nature's Generator Elite is the newest member of the Nature Generator line of products and accessories. They built off of a heritage of the current Nature Generator to provide the increase of output wattage on battery runtime. The Nature Generator Elite system is user-friendly. The unit that stores electricity in its internal battery uses state-of-the-art electronics that convert a 12-volt power to 120-volt everyday household electricity. This is incredible. And it's done with solar or wind. Guys, just check it out. Go to this brand new website, naturedrivenenergy.com. That's naturedrivenenergy.com, or call Chance at 254-718-9425. That's 254-718-9425, and tell Chance that Pastor Paul sent you there. All right, guys, so we have got an incredible situation that is developing here. Unbelievable, really. And I'm just stunned at what's happened. But the breaking story we have, there was a $7 million reward. What? A $7 million reward for this guy. That Israel has just killed the top Hezbollah figure who was wanted by the United States. So this guy was an enemy of America. He was the guy, his role in the 1983 bombing of the U.S. Embassy and the Marine Corps barracks that killed over 300 Marines. The Israeli military has confirmed just an hour ago that they have killed this terrorist from Hezbollah. Hezbollah's operations commander, his name was Ibrahim Aquil. That's Ibrahim Aquil, was the subject of a $7 million State Department reward for information leading to his arrest. I wonder what Mossad agent is going to collect that money. Who is this Mossad, or probably more than one Mossad agent involved in identifying him, locating him, and giving the IDF the green light to strike to take him out. And it wasn't just him they killed. According to the Israeli military, they said besides killing Ibrahim Aquil, the mastermind of the 1983 bombing of the Marine barracks, besides killing him, they killed 10 other senior commanders of Hezbollah Uh, and these were commanders of the movement called Radwan, a special forces unit of Hezbollah. 12 people were reported dead in all, 66 were injured, but Ibrahim Aquil and 10 other senior commanders of Hezbollah and this special unit was killed about an hour ago, according also confirmed by Lebanese officials. The Hezbollah commanders were eliminated today. They have been planning their October 7th on the northern border for years. Israeli Army Chief General Herzai Havai said today, we've reached them. We will reach anyone who threatens the security of our Israeli citizens. The Israeli newspapers are citing, and so is the Lebanese media now, websites are reporting that 4 missiles hit different locations in Beirut, including a building known to be used by Hezbollah. The State Department has identified Ibrahim Aquil, also known as Tashin, member of Hezbollah. He was of the highest military body, the Jihad Council. He was a member of that. In 1980s and 1983, he worked in different factions for control of Lebanon and a U.S. Marine detachment and was deployed as a would-be peacekeeping force. But Aquil was a top figure all that time with Hezbollah's Islamic Jihad organization. The group took credit for the April 1983 bombings of the U.S. Embassy in Beirut that killed 63 civilians and 241 American Marines. Aquil also oversaw the abduction of American and German hostages in Lebanon, according to the State Department. The department named Aquil as a specially designated global terrorist number 1. There was a $7 million reward for him. He was Iranian. He was Iranian national living in Lebanon as one of the top commanders of the Lebanon Hezbollah terrorist organization. Aquil's killing came amid an extensive wave of airstrikes against Hezbollah positions in southern Lebanon. He was killed, and in this unbelievable escalation and conflict attacks by Israel, the preemptive attacks by Israel was to eliminate Hezbollah's capability to communicate and to take out senior commanders and leaders, as well as injuring Hezbollah fighters, preventing them from being able to fight or to shoot off rockets. This is an incredible situation. Israel's defense forces said they struck more than 100 Hezbollah missile launchers, as well as some of their munitions depots yesterday and earlier today, as well as key targets in Beirut. Images being published out there by Lebanon state media shows plumes of smoke over several neighborhoods that are known for Hezbollah hideouts and command centers in southern Beirut. Hezbollah has fired missiles at Israel today that appeared to cause no fires, nor any injuries, nor hit any of Israel's buildings. Nasara said that the pager walkie-talkie attack had crossed all red lines as far as they were concerned. Hezbollah was concerned, and he declared a declaration of war. Lebanon's foreign minister, Abdullah Habib, has warned that the blatant assault on Lebanon's sovereignty, he calls it, and security, is a dangerous precedent that could signal a wider coming war between Israel and Hezbollah. Hezbollah is backed by, of course, Iran. It is an ally also of Hamas and has been firing rockets every day since October 7th, massive attack by Hamas that killed over 1,200 innocent Israeli citizens and drugged 252 hostages, including Americans, into the tunnels in Gaza. This was in a huge, successful moment for the for really America, not just Israel, but America. America, this was their number one guy that they wanted. This guy right here. And that's a picture of him when he was younger. And America has been trying to kill this guy since 1983 when Ronald Reagan was president of the United States. And finally, today, about an hour or so ago, he met his demise at the hands of Israel. And Israel, of course, working close with the Americans on this one. Okay. And probably on all of it. So anyway, this is where we're at. Hezbollah is taking blow after blow after blow. Their reign of terror is now being tremendously hampered, to say the least. We will continue to watch. Now, of course, Iran and some of the other nations surrounding there in the Middle East are going to condemn Israel brutally, even though this guy was a terrorist and involved in the Beirut bombing and all of that, even though 9,000 rockets were fired at Israel, even though there's been a constant attack on the innocent civilians of Israel, it won't matter. Next week, the United Nations will come together, and I believe will condemn Israel with the strongest terms and maybe even vote to part the land. It is very possible that could happen next week. That, folks, could be your October surprise. Wow. So Ronald Reagan, of course, is long gone, but he would be very pleased. I mean, the family members of these 241 Marines today are finally saying they got justice for their young men that were killed in that Beirut bombing at the Marine barracks in Lebanon. I'll be right back. Wow. I'm keeping you up to date on everything going on. It's happening, prophecy every moment.
You know, a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. And the dreamer's just a vessel, must follow where it goes. Trying to learn from what's behind you, never knowing what's in store, makes each day a constant battle, just to stay between the shore. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Too many times we stand aside and let the water slip away, till we put off till tomorrow. That's now become today. So don't you sit upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance all the rapids and dare to dance the tide. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. There's bound to be rougher waters, and I know I'll take some falls, but with the good Lord as my captain, I can make it through them all. Sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. No, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. River runs dry. River runs dry. River runs dry.
I have information also on the possible gigantic hurricane. I'll give you an update on that right now as well. Happening right now, folks. This just happened. The river. That's on my album, The Journey. You can get that also at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. Let me give you an update, though, also besides the senior Hezbollah commander, Ibrahim Aquil, the guy involved, the guy who masterminded the Beirut bombing in 1983 that killed over 300 people. 241 were U.S. Marines. He was just killed a little over an hour ago in a airstrike by Israel. Not only did they take him out, there was a $7 million reward for him, but also 10 other Hezbollah commanders. Meanwhile, while that's all going on, guys, the hurricane meltdown. Do you guys remember when I said yesterday that BP Earthwatch and myself, we try to stay on top of potential storms? We even get out ahead of the meteorologist, okay? Because it's better to be safe than sorry. And not wait. A lot of these meteorologists just don't want to be wrong. They want to have they want to have this 100% record, even if they wait to the 11th hour to tell the public. Well, there was an article that just came out called Hurricane Models Meltdown. Okay. They call it the Hurricane Models Meltdown. So you want answers? So why does it seem like every meteorologist is beating around the bush regarding information about the up and coming tropical system? Here's why. This is their excuse. It's not just your local broadcast meteorologists that are being transparent about the lack of data we have to work with surrounding this storm. Even the local National Weather Service office from New Orleans chimed in on their thoughts when forecasting for the week ahead. This was stated in their latest area forecast discussion released this morning. The National Hurricane Center is still highlighting the Northern Caribbean as an area of potential development for next week. Atmospheric conditions will be very favorable for enhanced thunderstorm activity in this region, talking about the Caribbeans, which will likely then organize itself into a closed, low, then a named system. As for the location of this landfall, time that it spends in the Gulf, and the intensity of this storm, we simply just do not have enough information about the storm yet to give that information responsibility to the public. Forecast models have had this storm making landfall somewhere between Mexico and the Florida Peninsula. Duh! Time out. BP, are you out there? So they're saying we can safely say that this storm will hit somewhere between Mexico and the coast of Florida. Duh! That's all there is Mexico to the coast of Florida and everything in between, of course. I mean, a child can predict that. Again, these guys hate to maybe be off a little bit. And the problem is I hate to see the American public not given a sufficient warning until it's too late. Can anybody remember Katrina? As for the location, we don't know. It could be from Mexico to the Florida Peninsula. Imagine telling all those people that there's a chance for a major hurricane headed straight for them. Not only would that be incorrect, but it would also irresponsibly place fear into communities that may be very sensitive to the topic of hurricanes at the moment, given the fact that they're still recovering from the past storm. Let me, BP says, get them, Paul. You know what? I've never seen them write an article like this. So this shows me that we've just got under their skin because we've been predicting, myself and BP Earthwatch and others have been predicting storms with incredible accuracy for the last 5 years. And we're even getting better at it because we're getting better at reading the information. So they say they can't read the information, but we can. I'm a preacher. I'm a country preacher from the cornfields of Indiana, and I can predict hurricanes better than the best meteorologists in this country. Why? Not because I can do it, but because the information available gives the people an opportunity if they would just share the information. Well, anyway, that was one. And if I thought to myself, well, that's just one, hurt feelings, nothing more than feelings. They're wringing their hands and hope that will just go away. But then I looked and saw another article today, September 20th. Another U.S. Gulf Coast hurricane threat? Question mark. Well, here's what we know right now. So because we're out ahead of it, they realize they better start making some type of acknowledgement. So here's what these guys are saying. I have articulated many times, and the guy who wrote this is named Marshall Shepard. Okay. He says, I have articulated many times in this space that September represents a peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, and after a mid-season lull, activity has sprung back to life. At the time of writing this, which is today, my meteorological eyes are watching a potential weather system carefully. Some of our best prediction models are showing the possibility of a significant hurricane threat along the U.S. Gulf Coast next week. I think that's what BP said. But here's what we know right now. I try to get in front of these situations with credible information because social mediaologists often jump the gun with their irresponsible post of a single weather model runs or a platter of those spaghetti models. Unfortunately, they're too early. And often their hyperbolic scenarios do not evolve. But the public will consume and share these posts anyhow. And the current scenario is still evolving. It's important to acknowledge the potential risk while also providing the nuances and other contexts too. I understand that we need to be responsible in reporting everything we do, okay, including the weather. But when he says that he wants to wait for credible information, he's saying he wants to wait till it's already developed and it's breathing down your neck before letting you know it's coming so that he can be 100% right. Okay? He can see the same data that I see and BP Earthwatch sees, but they also love to use this that we're not credible and that sometimes we get it wrong. Sure, sometimes we're off a little bit, but the majority of the time we're not. And most of the time we're out always ahead of the media, and not just on predicting of hurricanes and snowstorms and straight line winds and floods, but with the news in general. How many times have you guys came here and I've told you about something that's going on and you haven't heard anything about it on any of the major media, sometimes till the next day even? Certainly I'm ahead of a lot of times by hours, because let me tell you why. The journalists out there have to wait till they get their talking papers. They have to be told what to say because they're nothing but parrots. And they have to wait till the White House tells them what they can say and can't say, or the Pentagon or somebody else. And so they instead of being journalists and report what's actually happening because they have the information, they will sit on it until they get their talking papers, okay? Till they get their talking points. And then all of a sudden, you'll see them all jump out there, literally reading the exact same thing, saying almost word for word the same thing, and acting like they're breaking the story, and they don't acknowledge us at all. They don't want to. They don't acknowledge us. That's because we're eating their lunch every day. Anyway, little buddy here is saying that he admits that both the American and European models, two of our most reliable tools, are showing development of a system next week. Then report it. And at that time of writing this, the American model has a much more ominous hurricane scenario, whereas the European model is more muted and slower with its evolution. To further complicate them model scenarios, the storm is not even formed yet. So, guys, pray the storm away. I hope I'm dead wrong. I hope the storm doesn't even form. I hope that a high pressure system blows in here out of the Great Lakes or Omaha, Nebraska, or wherever else Mike around the world said it was, and just completely blows this thing away, because I don't want to see a hurricane. None of us do in the Gulf states. Not one of us want it. But we do want to be notified if the potential threat is there. And that's what we're saying. The potential threat is there. The conditions are right. Matter of fact, these conditions are perfect for the perfect storm. And then you got the UN going on, and we take the biblical worldview and realize that every time we smack Israel as a nation, we get smacked by an earthquake, a hurricane, tornado outbreaks, you name it, we get it. Okay. So anyway, I'm sure BP's probably already done another video. Oh, can I just check and see? Let me see. He did a great one yesterday that has over 12,000 views. I mean, it really explains this storm scenario. Okay. And let's see if he's done any today to update us, because I haven't yet, because I've been busy with the Middle East. But let's see if BP, and I'm not trying to get on a rant here. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying, just so you'll know, we deal with this, and now so much, they're so irritated. Two of them are writing articles even, because they know we're out ahead of them again, and they know we're right, and they know that they haven't been given the clearance yet to say anything. So here we go again. Okay. So BP's got his dogs out there. No, he hasn't today. He's doing the awakening. Who is the real Trojan horse? Okay. I bet that's a good video. Anyway, but I'm sure BP will continue to keep his eye on this situation as it develops. So I just thought I'd give you a heads up, guys, that when I'm telling you that the media and some of these guys are afraid and are scared to report, they're calling it a meltdown, hurricane model meltdown. Okay. The truth is, they're the ones melting down, because we're going to be out ahead of them by about a week. And then they're going to claim that they know what's going on. I hope they're right. I hope it does. They're not saying it's not coming, though. They're just not saying that anything's coming. We're letting people know way in advance, so you can plan whether or not you're traveling. You can plan. Should you maybe start looking at, do you have all your supplies ready? Do you have your charger? Is the power could go out? Do you have your solar generator from chance? We are just trying to make sure that and we know and everyone knows that the potential threat is out there. Oh, by the way, guys, don't forget, get your tickets. Again, we only got 7 days left. We only got 7. Thank you, Ms. ZD, for reminding me. We only got 7 days left. This webinar is only 7 days away. You don't want to miss this. You want to get your tickets. You can pick up the phone and call right now. Main line 765-414-2230. That's 765-414-2230. and get your tickets for October Surprise. Give your life to Jesus Christ. That is the most important thing you do. You can also get your tickets if you want to at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com, or you can go to eventbrite.com and just look up October Surprise, and you'll find the webinar is right there. I know a lot of you like to order there. That's fine. So either way, it doesn't matter. Get your ticket. We want you to have it. We want you to be ready, because this is, matter of fact, I was just looking at the speakers and the title of their presentations. Unbelievable. Dave Hodges has titled American Coup Underway. Clyde Lewis's title is The Harlot Rides the Beast, Debbie. Doug Hagman writes The Trump Assassination Plot. And he is incredibly detailed as well. John AI Expert, his title of his is The AI Demon is Loose. David Nino Rodriguez, his presentation, The Battle for the Border. Troy Anderson's is called October Apocalypse. And Pastor Greg Locke, his is called The Communist Joy is Here. And Daniel, the shofar guy, October 9th. Could it be? And we still got Bart, we still got mine, and I still have to interview Mike from around the world. And you don't want to miss this webinar. It is incredible. Guys, I'm going to stay on top of everything going on around here, just because we don't want you to miss anything, okay? And I'll be back with more on the coming apocalypse.